We knew fuel subsidy should go, but play politics with 2012 Occupy Nigeria protests under Jonathan government, says ex-governor Fayemi. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post our juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. Well, during that time of good Lord Jonathan, I keep replaying it in my head. Had it been we just allowed subsidy to be removed then? Are we going to be stuck where we are stuck today? Let's find out the news in detail. Kayode Fayemi, former governor of Ekiti State, has said that a protest against the forced subsidy removal during former President Goodluck Jonathan's administration in 2012 by the defunct Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, and other opposition of political parties, was basically premised on political interest. The former governor said this on Tuesday in his keynote address delivered at a national dialogue organized to celebrate the 60th birthday of the founding National Secretary of Alliance for Democracy and fellow Abuja School of Social and Political Thought, Professor Udenta in Abuja. Speaking at the event attended by former President Jonathan, former Education Minister Obi Ezekwesili, and former Aviation Minister Osita Chidoka, among others, Fayemi said that all political parties in the country agreed and put in their manifesto that a subsidy must be removed, but the ACN played politics with it. On January 1st, 2012, the President Jonathan announced the removal of fuel subsidy and adjusted the official fuel pump price from 65 naira per litre to 141. But opposition political parties unleashed mass protest tagged Occupy Nigeria to kick against it. The Occupy Nigeria mass protests involving opposition political parties, especially the defunct ACN, of which Fayemi was a member, across major cities from the country propelled religion to readjust the official pump price to 97 naira and subsequently to 87 naira in 2015 at the eve of the 2015 general elections. However, President Bola Tinubu, who was a prominent member of the ACN, which later merged with other parties to form the All Progressive Congress APC, announced the removal of fuel subsidy in his inaugural speech on May 29th. According to the Punch, Fayemi, while condemning what he described as the winner-take-all style in Nigerian politics and democracy, said the challenges facing the country would not be solved unless the country embraced proportional representation. He noted that the last time Nigeria experienced economic development was during Jonathan administration. The former governor was quoted as saying, I quote, "Today I read former President Olusegun Obasanjo's interview in the cable saying our liberal democracy is not working and we need to revisit it. And I agree with him. We must move from the political alternatives. I think we are almost on a dead end of that. What we need is alternative politics, and my own notion of an alternative politics is that you cannot have 35% of the vote and take 100%. It won't work. We must look at proportional representation so that the party that is said to have won 25% of the vote will have 25% of the government. Adversary politics bring division and enmity." All political parties in the country agreed, and they even put in their manifesto that the subsidy must be removed. We all said the subsidy must be removed. But we in the ACN at the time in 2012, we know the truth, sir, but it is all politics. That is why we must ensure that everybody is a crucial stakeholder by stopping all these. Let the manifesto of the People Democratic Party, the All Progressive Congress, and Labour Party be put on the table and select all those who will pilot the program from all parties. I support what he's saying 100%. Sincerely, I keep looking back at that time and I'm asking myself, what would it have been? Are we going to be stuck where we're stuck now? What would have happened? Of course, now we would have moved past this a very long time ago. And that time, when subsidy would have been removed, of course, I want to believe that it would have been channeled, as they're removing the subsidy, the funds would have been channeled into something better. Better sectors like, the reparation or the construction of refineries. That is what I felt this government would do. You see, it is not about the notion of removing subsidies. My annoyance in all of this is subsidy was removed because, fine, they have been announcing, Subsidy will be removed. Subsidy will be removed. And Nigerians have come to the realization that, okay, fine, subsidy will be removed. But they did not tell us where they're going to be channeling that particular resources to. That is the issue here. I have not seen now or heard that, oh, they remove subsidy, they're channeling the funds into one refinery. This particular refinery that it is located at so place, or they have started working on building or constructing a new one. I have not heard. That is what if that is what they are talking about, and we are seeing it that it is not the more you look the less you see. We are truly saying that two of our refineries are being repaired, as in the way that they follow and up, they are following it up, back to back rigorously. They are wanting to make sure that it happens in the next 6 months, 1 year. We are having a refinery. The cost of transporting, or should I say transmitting our crude oil to other countries to be refined, that cost is also going to be cut down. Then we are now going to be looking at relief in like 6, 9 months or 1 year. Then we can say, okay, fine, it's a good shot. But this one, subsidy was removed, and the only thing I saw, I don't know about others, was that the government used the funds to enrich themselves. They gave themselves automatically 114% increment. And they're coming out to tell us how they're going to be spending a whooping 5 billion naira on each state. Imagine. A whooping 5 billion naira on each stage for relief. And I'm saying, to me, it doesn't make sense. It's like, you don't even know what they do. Allow, the subsidy has been removed, allowed, even without relief. But if you have a goal, it's just like you are ill. Somebody who has cancer is going for chemo. You understand? The chemo is painful. The chemo is not sweet. You are seeing all the whole signs. But you have in mind that in 10 months' time, in 12 months' time, in 1 year, 6 months, you will go back and the cancer will be as little as, let's say, a grain of sand. That is, that is okay, fine. Let's do it. But this one, somebody has cancer, you are doing chemo, but the chemo that is going on, the pain the person is feeling, the tiredness the person is feeling, is not for the betterment of that person. It doesn't make sense. It certainly does not make any kind of sense. So you should, that is where my problem is. And I keep saying that, look, what would it have been if this man was permitted to remove the subsidy? Are we still going to be stuck here? So remember, Buhari should openly apologize to Nigerians for the gang up in 2012 against the future of this nation. The truth cannot be hidden forever. To me, we don't need the apologies. What we need is a working Nigeria. And I know you also want the same. Alright, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.